Good afternoon, everyone. Boa tarde, buenas tardes. Thank you for joining us. I'm here today with Flavie Lecomte. Flavie from Be Essential Club, our new DMC in France. They are not new, but they are new with us in our collection. So Flavie, if you want to introduce yourself.
Sure, thank you, Dominic. So my name is Flavie. I'm from Normandy in France. I'm working with Be Essential since the very beginning, as I'm the co-founder along with Mrs. Elbia Turconi, who is the owner and also the director of operation. We opened our DMC in 2018, and I'm very proud today to be working with Dominic, as Dominic is a good friend from a few years ago already. It's really an honor. I'm very pleased to be here today. So today I will tell you a little bit more about our DMC, and also especially I'm going to take you to Paris and with an itinerary to get your teenager excited about activities and tour that you can do in Paris. As you know, sometimes when you're traveling with the family, it's not so easy to please everyone. So we're going to give you some tips for the young and the older kids as well. So first of all, just to go back to Be Essential, as I just mentioned, we opened in 2018. We started with offices in New York and also offices in Paris and Normandy, as I'm based there. The good thing about having an office in the US, just for you to be aware, we are working on US hour East time. So meaning that if you send us an email in the afternoon, you will be sure to get an answer either later in the afternoon or very early in the morning. Also, we have a US bank account. Sometimes it can make things easier just with the transaction. As many of our colleagues having DMCs through the whole Europe, we can provide you a commission. We can work on net rate. We are very flexible, and we're always working with full transparency. So we're not only a regular DMC, we provide also a lot of concierge services, meaning that if you have a client who is in need of a doctor or a babysitter or anything like this, feel free to ask us. Any tips that you need to start to engage the conversation with your clients, we are here for that. We're not just here to send you proposal, but we are really here to be advising you, giving you some tips to start conversation with your clients.
Sounds perfect. Huh? We had, as I said before, and we started working together only recently, but I had recommended your service to many, and the feedback I had, I was just waiting until you would be ready to work with us, because the feedback was fabulous. So I knew, and then I did a fun trip with you in December. That was incredible. And so I'm really happy now that we have you with us. Huh?
Thank you, Dominic. I appreciate it. So if you allow me, I will take you to Paris now. This is just a sample of itinerary that I will share with you. We always work with tailor-made proposals, and we break down the price every single time to save time and to avoid back and forth.
Everybody loves that. That's the biggest request, actually, the breakdown. Huh?
Yeah. So if that's okay with you, I'm just going to share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Here we are, and sorry, it was here just a minute ago.
I see that, Jen, you have a question, still experiences in Paris. Yeah. Excited to tune in. Do you have availability for the end of June in Paris experience? So yeah, I think you have. You still have availability, huh? You will tell us a little more at the end. You said some region of France are kind of fully booked already. You mentioned Champagne or something.
Yes, definitely. So that's something that is important. I'm sorry, I just found my PDF. Please apologize. It disappeared for a second. Yes, indeed, we are receiving a big amount of requests since a few months already. And I have to say that in some region of France, for example, Champagne region, the month of June, for example, we are already sold out in regards to tour guide and in regards to car services. What is really important, because sometimes guests are booking flights and then they are booking hotels. Also, hotels have been quite busy, and for the summer season with this big amount of requests, and the price are increasing a lot, and availability is starting to be very, very limited. So please, this is an advice that we want to give to all your clients. If it's possible, please check availability with hotel first to make sure they will find something that suits them perfectly, and then book the flight. Once we secure the hotel, it's really important to secure first the hotel, to be able to secure a reasonable price, if I can say, as you know, price is on the demand. And then we can work on all the excursion. If you have requests, or even if it's for September, please don't wait July or August, or please share this message with your clients in order to not have them being disappointed. As soon as you can feel that they are ready to book, please don't wait. That way we can secure hotel, flight, reasonable price. We can always cancel and when we can, and then we can book the services.
Okay, great advice. Voilà. So to answer Jen's question, you do availability for Paris experiences for the end of June, huh? Voilà.
Yes, we do. We just received a request, and yeah, your request, and we do. Definitely. Let me do
our little tour for the teen activity.
Yes,
Voilà.
Exactly. So here we are. So basically, this is usually how our proposal look like. So we put the logo of your company. We can remove our logo if you like to. We put usually the name of the clients, and then a few pictures of the destination. I'm going to start with a few activities on that teenager may like. We usually have good feedbacks for those activities. The first one is a bike tour. We have several bike tours. The one that I'm going to be talking about mostly today is the one in Versailles. Basically, as many of you might know, Versailles is 1 hour from Paris city center. You can either take a train to get to Versailles, or you can go with a private transfer. Once you arrive in Versailles with this bike tour, your guide will meet you really close to the train station, or to where is your drop-off location. And then you will get on the bike and you will ride to the city market, which is quite famous and really cute in Versailles. Over there, you will be shopping for your picnic for lunchtime. And then back on your bike, you will cruise through the Grand Canal, and then you will find a lovely place to sit on the grass and to have your picnic. Why Versailles is really pleasant to do a bike tour. All around the castle, there are plenty of paths only available for bicycle, or for horses, or for people walking through the garden. And you have a lot of trees as well. So even if you are choosing to do this tour during the summertime, you can avoid the heat, and you can just ride your bicycle under the shade of the trees. And it's a very special location, as also you have all this monumental castle to discover. So basically, the guide will stop during the tour and will tell you a lot about the history, the monarchy, and he will take you also to the entrance of the castle later in the afternoon, where you will be able to skip the line and then get inside the castle and discover the Hall of Mirror and the garden and whatever there. Sorry, there you can spend the whole time that you want. So this is one example of bike tour that you can do. But we also have 3 other bike tours for family or for groups that are pretty cool and nice to do. The first one is in the city center of Paris. It's called The Secret of Paris. It takes you to very unusual locations through small streets. It's ideal for repeat clients. If you have some clients who came already quite a few times in Paris and they're with a family, this is something really nice that they can do. A second tour that we have also in Paris with the bike is the Amazing Race. So basically it's more like a treasure hunt. It's for people who like to be active, and it's something nice. And the last one that we offer also in Paris, it's a combo, foot tour and bike tour. So it's located in the Saint-Germain, in the area of Saint-Germain, and it's also a nice way to discover the city. Sometimes when we have kids, we want to keep them active. They want to be active. So having a bike tour either in Versailles or in the city of Paris can be a good option. Going to the second attraction, I'm going to be talking about two different tours. Here we are more into art, street art tour with an artist. So basically for 3 hours, you will discover Paris in a very colorful and artistic way, looking for paintings, sculpture, graffiti, collage, stickers. This is a really interesting and cool tour that you can do. And we have a second option, which is more focused on graffiti, a graffiti tour. And at the end of this tour, you can do your own graffiti. So basically you will go close to Belleville area. The guide will give you, and the artist will give you cover shoes, cover clothes, and then you will be drawing your own graffiti. And just be sure that it's somewhere where it's legal and there is no problem at all, and it's actually cool. So you get the whole inspiration during the tour, and then you can do something on your own. So it's pretty interesting as well. Moving forward, of course, you all know that we have Disneyland in Paris. Disneyland is a happy place for young kids, older one, or even for adults. You know, everybody is with a smile on their face when they are in the park. Just a few tips, because we are here not only to give you some idea about activity to do, but also to give you some update about what's going on at the moment in the park. So Disneyland Paris is always a good option. You have two parks. You have the studio and you also have Disneyland. What you have to know is actually at the moment, the main hotel, who is located in the center of the park, where you can have breakfast, you can meet with the Marvel, is closed for renovation until next year. So you can easily do the two parks in one day. But if you know that the family would like to stay there overnight, we will recommend maybe to wait on another trip, another occasion to stay in this hotel, very well located. Also, as you know, we have the option of skip the line. At the moment, how does it work is basically when the clients get to the park, they can download an app and then they pay per person and per attraction they skip the line. So if they have a family of 5, it's usually about $15–20 per person and per attraction. So if they are a family of 5, it will be about $100 per attraction for skip the line. Otherwise, we offer also a VIP guide, which is about, I would say, $3,500 a day. And then the guide go with you inside the park and then skip the line on all attraction, going from the exit instead of going from the entrance. That's the difference. So that's little tips on how it works, but it's always good to be aware and then to be able to explain to your clients. Moving forward, that's more a girly workshop, but it's a workshop that I really like. Basically, how to create your own lipstick. It can be a mom and daughter. The workshop lasts about 2.5 hours, and you will learn about natural cosmetic and learn about ingredients such as vegetable oil, butter, essential oil. And then you will leave from this workshop with your own lipstick that you create, the color that you like, the smell you like as well. So this is something cool and interesting for the teenager that like to be pretty, and it's a nice moment to share with mom as well. This next option for boys or for girls, of course, is a visit of the stadium, the soccer stadium in Paris. We have quite a lot of requests for soccer. I know that in South of America or in Central America, especially, there is a really, really strong interest for soccer. We can have this available as a group tour or as a private tour. We only depend about the hour of the game. So really, if you are interested in visiting either the Parc des Princes, which is at the stadium of the soccer team of Paris, or the Stadium of France, where you have all the main, le Stade de France, pardon, where you have also all the main game, we will work around their schedule to create your itinerary. And then, of course, skip the line catacomb. This is something, as many of you know, you will not find anywhere else in France. This is the largest grave and labyrinth that you can go to. What is important also as a tips to know about the skip the line at the catacombs. So at the moment, it's not really longer skip the line. This is something to know. Basically, inside the catacomb, you can enter only 200 guests. So even if you are with a guide, at the moment, guides are only available from September, just to go back to what we said before. So we are having a high demand for this tour. Guides are available only in September, and even with a guide, sometimes you have to wait a little bit at the entrance to wait that some people leave. Just because when you are with your guide, the guide don't want to rush the clients if they want to take a last picture, if they want to ask 1 or 2 more questions. So of course you have a time slot booked, but you have to wait also depending on the day. So perhaps booking early could be a good option to avoid to have those few minutes wait. I will continue on the tour. One of the tours that I really like is a vinyl tour for music lover, vinyl hunting tour. So basically, depending of your taste, depending of what you're looking for, if you're looking more for original edition or limited reissue, if you're more looking for rock and roll music or house music, then the expert who will go with you will take you, to the right places. It can be half day, or if you have someone who is really passionate about music, it can definitely be also a full day. This is something different, something original, and as we talked about art before, music or cosmetic have always a big interest for teenagers. Atelier des Lumières, many of you know these places. This year, the exhibition that we have in Atelier des Lumières is Paul Cézanne, all about Provence. And depending also, they have some, depending on the months of the day, they have also additional exhibition. It's a very, very impressive places. You have more than 140 video projector. It's about 3,300 square meter space with up to 10-meter high wall. So it's quite big. You have even a second floor where you can go and watch the mapping. It's something pretty interesting to do as well. Hat workshop for boy or for girl. It's a nice place to go to, called La Chapellerie. In this chapellerie, you have some artists who are creating hat, really beautiful hat. So during this tour, you will meet with the artist. You will also learn how to build your own hat, choosing your own fabric, the color of your hat, the shape of your hat, and then you can even personalize your hat, putting your name on it, living with your hat, a box, and a cleaning set. So just to go back, to the picture, here is how it look like. You can do something really cool, and it's always nice to go home and have your hat that you create in France with mom. It's something really special. The Sidecar Tour in Paris by night. You can do it during the day also, but I feel at night is a bit more special. As you all know, Paris is just called also the City of Light, and all the main monuments are decorating with light at night. Also at night you have less traffic, which is always more pleasant, and it's something cool to do. Basically, you can, if you have a big family, you can have few sidecar, and they follow each other. They can take picture. They can stop also, and the driver will take picture of the whole family with the helmet, with the bike. It's something cool to do. So definitely feel free to ask us for this tour. Usually at the end of the tour, they make a stop at the Eiffel Tower, and there is a few glasses of champagne for the parents. And we will go with the last one for today, with the Crime and Legend of Paris. That's for the one who are not scared, who can watch a horror movie. It will go from the monarchy to the Middle Age stories. You will stop by the Cathedral Notre Dame, Le Pont Neuf, and different places in Paris. And the guide will tell you a lot about myths and stories of Paris. So this can give you an idea of what we offer, also how our proposal look like. Usually we break down the proposal with the price. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the call, you don't have to come back to us to ask us how much costs this or that. We try to always give you as many information as we can from the beginning. Also, if you are looking for a restaurant, we're happy to give you some advice. We're happy to make reservation for you. We have some really cool restaurant with offering French cuisine in Paris. I'm thinking of Les Fils à Maman for teenager, basically sons of mom, and it's a very typical and casual French restaurant. It's lovely. So we have a few examples such as this one that we can recommend to you. And of course, not everything is here, as I mentioned. You have the Science Museum, the Chocolate Museum, that are pretty interesting for kids. You have also the Philharmonie, where they have a lot of discovery workshop, La Villette, where you have a lot of exhibition as well. So feel free to ask us, and depending of the time of the year, we will always try to give you as much update as we can.
Thank you, Stephanie. I think the restaurant where you took us on the fun trip in December could be great for kids. I don't know if they...
Yes.
Because I think it could be the dream of everyone, at least to eat without dishes, with no plates and no forks and knife.
Yes.
And I thought I had never seen this myself, and the food was amazing and all organic, and you have the music. So I think that would be a great place for teens at night. Huh?
Definitely, that could be a good one as well.
And I know you have plenty other secret, but this one, I know this one. Huh? So let's look at the question that we have. Huh? Céline, you want to know if you offer for slow walkers tours, or some tours which are a little because maybe what you mean, Céline, is not only if you have the teens, but maybe all the parents are not walking fast, or the grandparents. So I suppose you adapt all your tours to,
of course,
yes. Everything, huh?
Definitely. And we had recently an old couple. They were 80 and 81 years old, who were coming to celebrate the birthday. They were not that young anymore, but they were still traveling and going through a long haul destination, and had a lovely trip in Paris. So yeah, we can definitely adapt, no problem.
All right. Linda, you want to know, you understand the Eiffel Tower currently has 2 elevators out of order. Is this correct? And our lines are very long, even with skip the line ticket.
I wouldn't want to answer something that I'm not sure about. That will be a question for Elbia. But if you don't mind, we'll get back to you by email, and I will answer this question later.
No? Linda also want to know if the PSG tour available in summer months.
Yes, it is. It is.
Right. Jean, you want to know, what about cooking or dessert class for smaller children aged 7 to 12?
Yes, we do have those, and we have pastry cooking class for kids, how to bake croissant, and yes, we have those.
All right, I did a cooking classes, which I thought also was great for all age. Yes. The one we did, because we went shopping before in this magical street I have never heard of. And then I went for the chocolate place. I bought this pile of, you remember? This pile of chocolate with different colors. and they're all dark chocolate coming from different country in the world. Maybe you don't remember what I bought, but I was feeling like a kid. And then you have the pastry shop and this and this. I think even if you're not into the cooking classes, the shopping before was amazing in that street specifically. Yeah. Voilà. Alors, let me see. There is another set of questions over there. Alors, excited to have it in tune. Kazia wants to know if they have the hotel already, can you do transfer and tours?
Yes, of course. So this is something that I didn't mention, but we don't have any minimum to work together, which means that if you just in need of one transfer or one meet and greet to avoid, and especially I'm going to emphasize a little bit on the meet and greet. Just think that this summer, the Europe will be very, very busy. So if your clients can afford the meet and greet, please do not hesitate. That way you're going to skip a long wait.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned luxury clients, so definitely, yes, Flavie and Elvia are used to the very top as well. But I think you do other things because you suggest, for example, that people can take maybe the metro or anything. So, and yes, you have mostly high-end clients, but I think you do also a little less if requested, correct?
Yes, definitely. Sometimes, especially to Versailles, for example, we always offer the option, and sometimes people just prefer to take the train.
Yeah, exactly. So the key bike tour, what is the youngest age of child permitted? Also, if clients request, can helmet be purchased if pre-ordered?
Yes, definitely. They will give you helmets. Then it's really up to the clients to wear the helmet or not. And in regard to the age of the child is about 6 years old.
Yeah. And what you wanted to say, Yuki, is maybe some clients want to order their own helmet.
Yes,
the helmet, so definitely. I suppose it's possible if it's pre-ordered and so on.
Definitely.
Voilà. No, what did you say about the age? I was speaking and I did not.
No problem. From 6 years old.
From 6 years old, Jen, you were also asking the minimum age for younger kids, 6 years old. Okay. What is the approximative charge for transfer from Paris to Disneyland for 2 people? Do you recommend transfer rather than area?
Both have their advantage and both sometimes can take longer than expected. Private transfer is always the nicest way to travel, as you have the air conditioning, you are in a comfortable seat, but sometimes traffic can get pretty bad in Paris depending on the time of the day. The train will go faster. However, you are on your own. You have to go through 3 elevators down underground. Both can be done easily, but in both cases, you can sometimes get some delay. If there is something happening on the rails, for example, then you have to wait underground, and it's not the most pleasant things to do.
And I love your transfer. I can't remember the brand. What was our transfer from the airport, where they had this giant TV, the leather cream seats. I have never seen a car like that before. What was it?
I'll tell you again the car. I don't have the name, sorry.
No, but it's rare. It's not unusual.
Yes.
So really, I would think that if your clients have kids, ask for this special car. Yes. Because I think for kids, Flavie, it's a dream. You actually almost don't want to arrive. That good. That good. And our friend Anne is from Paris, so I'm happy to see that she described your experience of unique experience, she said.
Thank you so much.
Lipstick workshop, love it. For a French lady who knows a lot of things already, it's a nice compliment for you, Flavie, and your team. Trisha, do you work in both net and commissionable rate?
Yes, it's really up to you. You choose.
Jen wants to know if the Sidecar Tour that is a Sidecar Tour a tour that provide information about the city and site, or is it more a visual experience? Do you offer behind the scene tour with an atelier? If so, can you talk about that?
So for the sidecar tour, you are doing a few stops, and during those stops, the driver explain you about the architecture or answer any question that the clients may have. We also have the same tour in Normandy, and you have a cider route, for example, in Normandy, which is more like a food tasting and cider tasting while you're doing the tour. You have also the sidecar tour through the World War Beach, which is a different and nice way also to travel in Normandy. But it's the same concept in Paris. They are talking about architecture and any question the clients may have.
So Trisha is asking if you book the hotel. Yes, you do. I can answer that. Yes. It was only that in case you had booked the hotel, they're happy to do transfer and
yes,
airport transfer and tour, which is not always the case. So it's really nice. Tara said, merci beaucoup. Lovely presentation for the catacomb. Can it be booked with you for the summer? Or are you saying sold out until September?
Sold out until September.
Yeah. Also, Tara wants to know, could the sidecar tour be combined with Eiffel Tower visit?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Would you recommend that? And are
yes.
the lines still available for Eiffel Tower?
Yes, I will just double check and make sure with Elbia in regards to this elevator issue and make sure that the skip the line is fully effective. So I'll double check with Elbia and I'll reply to both of you.
Okay, perfect. Ducky, you want to know, do you offer tour to the Parfumerie near Versailles, where clients can make their own perfume?
Yes, we can do that. And you have also the same in the center of Paris, close to Opera.
Our friend from Mexico, Graciela, do you do shore excursion also when they book cruise?
Yes, definitely. We have one travel agent this summer who is doing a few excursions with us. She's traveling on the Viking boats.
Nanette wants to know if she can just purchase a sidecar Paris by night tour.
Yes, yeah, sure.
All right. Louise, can you do Mont Saint-Michel in one-day excursion?
Yes. So we can do the Mont Saint-Michel. I wouldn't say from Paris because it will be a long drive back and forth. Or you could sleep there overnight. Otherwise, if you are based in Normandy, in Bayeux, or even in Brittany, this is something that we can definitely do overnight.
Kazi, I want to know if you do tour that you can arrange for Normandy for clients with 3 boys, 10, 8, and 6.
Sorry, Dominique, will you mind to repeat?
Do you have tour that you can arrange for Normandy for clients with 3 boys, 10, 8, and 6?
Yes, we can.
Jen, is it possible to do an Eiffel Tower before hours or after hours?
Same with the Eiffel Towers. Usually you can have access very early or even later in the evening. I'll just make sure what's happening with the Eiffel Tower.
Flavie, do you have a listing of tour you provide in Paris that you could show to clients before contacting you, that it would show to the clients?
Yeah, we can send you a sample of itinerary. We don't have a full catalog with all our tour that we share with our clients. We really are trying to work upon request and on tailor-made itineraries. So we're happy to get on the call with you prior that you meet with your clients to give you some tips, to talk about different options that you can offer them. But we don't have a full catalog to share.
Flavie, I know you're going to do the follow-ups and the recording, but can you type in the chat box your email address for everyone?
Thank you.
Nanette said, how can I get in touch with you about the sidecar tour? So you can send Flavie an email. You can also email me, or Flavie, you can connect with Flavie on Let's Connect 365. You know, our appointment platform. It's very simple, www.letsconnect365.com. You check when Flavie is available, pick the day, pick the time, and then you can even your clients to join the Zoom, this 15-minute Zoom, and Flavie can prepare the itinerary. You tell her there is a little box, and I said, what few words about how to prepare the meeting. You can say, Flavie, I need 5 days in Paris in August, and Flavie will have everything ready, and you and your client join the Zoom, and you can close the sale in no time. Alors, let me see if I'm reading all the questions. Or you can get Flavie, perfect. And I think we have 3 more questions. Celine, but you said, yes, very inspiring. Jen, hello. Jen, can I set up a one-on-one Zoom with Flavie? Yeah, you go, as I said, shall I type it also on the chat box? It's called www.letsconnect365.com, and it's working very well. We have only compliments. It's limited to 15 minutes if you want to, but of course, Flavie can always speak for longer. But the good news is you can invite your clients, and Flavie will not show her logo, will not speak about commission, but she will share pictures and experience. And thank you, Jen. Celine, you say goodbye, everyone. So I think that was the last message that we have. I think we are all good. So thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure. Oh, Flavie, I need your email. Ducky, you can see the email just above. She just, you type it, flavie@beessential.club. But Flavie, I will send her the listing. She will send an email to everyone, the recording, and also this itinerary, and you can engage with her. But don't forget, on Let's Connect 365, you can have another private webinar with her, just for you. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Flavie, for your time. It's a letter in France, but thank you. We're happy to have you. And you can trust them. They are fabulous. I won't even have time to go through all the email and send you all the feedback I got since we worked together. So I'm grateful, really, to have such an extraordinary DMC in the collection. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.
Bye-bye.